All right, so guess what? We are closing in on a year on this thing. And one of the things that I want to just tie up some loose ends. This week is about something that you know, it's something that you've thought about, and it's something that means a lot to me and is really how I believe I get the shots I get. It's about direction. It's about what you say and how you say it and your shtick and what goes on during your shtick. And I've been, for years, if you've followed me, you've obviously been with me for a year, so you've probably heard me say this. I say things and I have my assistant write them down. You may have seen the Hurleyisms doc, which went out which was attached to the Hurleyisms video, which you should have, so go get that for sure. So you know all these little snippets of information that I say. The thing is that I've been saying them for so many years, I get tired and my brain forgets. And I don't know what to say to the client that's in front of me. So I know you don't. There's no way that you are on all the time, 100% of the time. You're having a bad day, you got something on your mind, you're stressed about some family issue, you've got a client that's stressing you out, or you could be having a great day and your brain just feels like mush. What do? Well, when I started, I didn't have my shtick down. I didn't have it completely down. I had it, but I didn't have it down. I didn't have Google Docs, so what did I do? You guys, you gotta write down everything you say that works. You gotta write it down. And you may have heard me say this. I used to tape paper to my lights, and I used to write little notes on the paper, and then I used to just look at the back of my light and say that to the person in front of me. And they would be like, what is that? Oh, don't worry about that, that's just there. Well, I always hope that I could find this paper, and I was like, I hope I didn't throw that out. And the original one, I remember it because it was all written, and then what I did was I took everything on that and I typed it out and I put it on another one. And I didn't find the original, but I found the one that I typed out and I wrote on. I found 2 of them. So I taped them like this on the light, and I remember they were there forever until they fell off one day. And then they fell off and I was like, all right, now I know all this stuff. But I want you to really get your own shtick. I want it to be yours, I want you to own it, and I want you to remember what works. You gotta have go-tos. Tape a piece of paper on the back of your lights. Or have a Google Doc open on your computer that you're tethered to that you can go back to. That's in this day and age. In my day and age, it was taping it to the lights. So here's some of the stuff that I said. And none of this, this is the deal. If it makes sense to you, great, you can use this stuff. But a lot of times I'll say something, somebody will laugh, and then I'll write it down, and then it doesn't fly again. It doesn't fly because it was in the moment. Something was happening in that moment that worked. You gotta be in the moment. You gotta have something that's gonna happen. So here are some. Venice. Why would I say Venice? I probably said turn towards Venice or something like that. So this is funny. So I will use actors that are hot at the time. So back then, Josh Hartnett, who I haven't seen in forever now, was hot. Like, I wouldn't use Josh Hartnett today. I don't know what he's doing. I haven't seen him in years, but his name's on here. Little pressure. Some of it's, I say pinch. Maybe this is where Squinch came from. Spiked blonde biker chick. Spiked blonde biker chick. Collect umbrellas. I have no idea. Why would you collect? I don't know. Collect umbrellas. Act like you're making up the story. Ingenious. Befuddled, cross, disgruntled. Sometimes, the words work. If the person is good with words, then you just do words. Words work. Casting director only booking sleep 20 people. It must have been like you slept with 20 people to get the casting director to book you. I don't know what I said. Sure, I'll have a hot dog. Look like you know what you're doing. Like, could you say it? Look like you know what you're doing in there. Constipated, petrified, concentrate a little bit more. Look like you've had trouble with the law, forehead down, apple picker, tough, intense, and then I've got all these words. What is this? The ones that I wrote in hand were good enough. Look at the back of this. Were good enough for me to go up there with a pen in my pocket that I used to keep in my pocket and write them. So I'm going to read those. The rest are just words that I used. which should be on the, I think I've done the words over and over and over again. I've condensed it on the Hurleyisms doc. So here's a few: delighted, sneaky, flirtatious, slick, suave, mysterious, curious, secretive, charming, quirky, suspicious. These are good. See, I don't use these. Inquisitive, horny is my favorite one. Skeptical, studly, devious, proud, mischievous, evil, debonair, macho, scheming, snide, vicious. These are all great. And I wouldn't remember them unless I had this thing up there. So here, then I flipped the thing over and I stamped it a bunch of times for some reason, but I read crack addict, withdrawing, exude hotness, onions, Italian accent, casting director with an Italian accent. You want a piece of this, huh? Guys, it worked at the time. Like, I don't know that I would go back to this stuff. I still use the words, but having this on my lights created this, which this was the first Hurleyisms document, which is called Peter Hurley, A Detailed Plan. And this was a shtick that I did. So I would do, look at all this. I would go through and, who makes up this stuff? Nut jobs like me. So I would go through and do the same thing with people over and 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 over again. I'm always looking for the next way to direct them. I've said this, we'll never master direction, all right? You're gonna be a better director tomorrow than you are today, you know? And you'll go through pitfalls. Lately I've been like slumped, in a slump, stumped, whatever. And then you get somebody that just inspires you. So to say something crazy and that's funny and stuff, you know, I've been saying tilt your head, the Statue of Liberty's over there. I've been saying tilt your head towards the Statue of Liberty forever. And then one day I just said, tilt your head towards the Statue of Liberty and think about her torch. You know, I mean, it's just like I don't know. Mean, sneaky sanitation worker. What is a kumquat? Or you're stuck behind a kumquat barricade. How do you feel about asphalt? You know, this is amazing that I found this one because I don't think I have this in my computer, and this was the original Hurleyisms document. Okay, what else do I have? Tools. We know I always carry this, and I talk about FedEx. You know about FedExing. And I always had this next to me. I didn't have it next to me, I just found it in the closet. I'm gonna keep it next to me. We have got the faces that correspond to the names. We have a bunch of these, how does your inner child feel today? And we've got, there's a bunch of these online that you can look up and feel out. Just type up expression faces or something like that. Oh, these are ones that you could say that to them. And I don't think this is in the Hurleyisms, maybe it is. But you could say it to them and then they have to give the face back. You've gotta be kidding me. Be like, you know, now wait a minute. What did you just say to me? Now let me get this straight. Were you just checking me out? I told you so. You're kind of cute. Wait, you want to do what? I've got a sneaky suspicion. What did you just say? Don't fuck with me. You have no idea what you're getting yourself into. You know, if they'll go for it. Oh yeah, why should I listen to you? That's a tough one, let me think. Come over to my place? Not booking me, your loss. Yeah, you can buy me a drink. Anyway, you get the point. The reason that I did this week like this is because lately I've been in a slump and I've been going straight for turn this way, turn that way, do this, do that. I mean, I still have my go-tos like don't look so miserable and pull the corners of your mouth towards your earlobes and squinch and stuff like that. But if I'm not inspired, it's not, the juices aren't flowing and the new stuff's not coming in. You always want new stuff. This is gonna inspire you and this is gonna make you think. When you see that up there, you're gonna go, well, let me look at it, and you're also gonna go, what can I do to add to it? And just write on the paper or do the Google Doc thing. I'll show you some of my Google Docs. We'll go through that right now and maybe it'll inspire you to get you some ideas flowing, all right? Cool. All right, so I started doing this I started writing on my lights. Well, I did it when I got the Kinos because you couldn't write, I don't think, well, I was doing natural light. So I put the taped on the Kinos in 2004, started writing on the lights. And then by the time I moved to this studio, I guess I had really thought I memorized everything. So it was 2008. So those ones that you just saw were from probably 2006, something like that. That was like my newer, maybe 2007, I don't know. But anyway, here's the inner child feel today. Like these, if you go and post this in the underneath the link so that you can grab some of these facial expression things and check that out. But what happened was, as this evolved, Google Docs started, and you don't have to save a Google Doc. So you could be shooting, if you don't have an assistant, I just tell my assistant what I said, and sometimes they write it down and they don't write it down the way that I meant it to be written down. So we're gonna go through a slew of these, and you're just gonna see what I have in my Google Docs. And I don't know if I'm gonna go through all of them because I've been doing it for years. And I've got a bunch, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different documents up. And how many pages is this? Look at these. This is like pages and pages and pages and stuff. Pages and pages and pages, which I want to go through and pull out my faves and get it going. But I don't even, it's amazing. It's like really, it's crazy. Here, let's just read some of them. Body direction, face direction, misdirection. This was the start of me doing the Hurley headshot system. I wrote it here. Can you put your face back where it was, please? Look rest assured, just look a little gazurgled, naughty, bring it in for a landing. I use that all the time. Hint of sophistication, no way, that's too much. You went overly sophisticated. You know, you always have to add. I put hint of sophistication, no, that was way too much. You always have to add to it. Mentally do anything, no, just do it mentally. Mentally smile, no, I saw that. I want you to just do it mentally. That's good. See, I haven't read that since I wrote it. And I'll use that. I usually say mentally look out the back. Mentally rotate, twist, and pivot. No, you're moving. Just do it mentally. It's the inner self is allowed. Oh, Herbert said it's about what the inner self is allowed to play. You guys will see in the coming videos. I'm gonna show you something on Herbert's, I think. Thurston Howell on Viagra. It's interesting. Put all your eggs in one basket. No, all your eggs, not just one. Point your nose towards the camera when they're already there. I do that all the time. Give me a sneaky look like you're sneaking up on a water buffalo. Somebody layering it like an onion. Anyway, these Hurleyism notes, I will I will go through them and I will post them below as well. So you can peruse a ton of this stuff and use whatever you like. But there are 4 pages of them. Here's flex your kneecaps, flex your adenoids, relax your esophagus. I'll say things that sound like they mean things. Move your glophagus this way. You know, it's like whatever. Swing your nostrils counterclockwise. I mean, this is stuff that in the moment you might not think of. Having the piece of paper on the lights will get you to think of that. And then just pick out your favorites. And if you feel like you're not really that much of an outgoing human being that you're gonna say crap to people, pick out the ones that are easy. Pick out the ones that resonate with you. There's just extrapolate a little bit. Go angular. Oh my gosh. Squint like you're in a makeup mirror. Do you have anything left in the reserve tank? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've been saying these for so many years. Reverse your antithesis, which is a full 360. Look nitpicky. Can you do that backwards? That's awesome. It's just all like these. I'm now going, oh, I'll use that later today. Jurassic Park 27. What the heck does that mean? I don't want stagnant nostrils in there. Simultaneous nostril flare and brow activity. Pontificate in there. Keep your pole in your ass. Imagine the pole is like a mace. Oh my gosh. I said this to people. All right. Mulch, Gornium, these are the new ones, I can tell, because these are from now, 2015, fall 2015. Shorten the distance between your nostrils and your groin. Retract your eyelids. Make it look like you just sneezed. This woman came in and she said, I've got a bowling ball face and a 2-car garage nose. And I wrote it down. I was like, I'm going to use that. It look like you got a bowling ball face, 2-car garage nose. Anyway, so if I look at the number of pages that I wrote, this is on, okay, there's 12 pages in the first one. In the second one, there's 2 pages. In the third one, there are 18 pages. In the fourth one, there's 3 pages, and in the fifth one, there's 2 pages. So I went and did 18 pages of stuff on one of these. I mean, that's insane. Guys, you gotta be committed to your direction. You gotta have a shtick. You gotta get in line with what you feel. You have to say stuff that resonates with you. If it's too crazy for you, don't say it. It's not gonna resonate. It's gotta hit them with belief from you. Even if you're just messing with them, it's gotta hit them with belief from you. Get a system, get it done. And from now on, I want you to get your paper, write it down, or get your Google Docs going so that you have stuff on the top of your brain. Review it. I'll show you one that I did. I did one where a comedian was coming in that I was a fan of. I'd been listening to him for about 20 years. He's a DJ on the radio here, and I really he's really funny, and I was like, I really want to be funny. So I did a document just for him, which was called, because I was fired up. Where is it? Here it is, WPLJ Shoot. These were the ideas. This is called Todd's stuff. A little sluttier, please. Breathe through your earlobes. Can you go a little Thurston Howell on me? I like that one. I always use that. Sneak a little Les Nessman by me. See, I knew he would know this stuff. So if you don't know who Les Nessman is, look him up. You get it. You got it? I think it's important. I think it'll help you be quicker, and it'll help you keep the flow of the shoot going for all your clientele. So hopefully you get it done. Let's relax your galunkus. Anyway, tilt your head towards Uranus. No, I meant the planet. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, you're absolutely gonna love what I have going on over at the Headshot Crew. It's an absolute smorgasbord of material just like this that I've been working on for the last 10 years. So click the link below, check it out, and do not forget to subscribe to this channel. I got stuff coming out just for you.